Hey, it's Rick. I'm going to talk today about the greatest guitar in the world, which hopefully for everybody is a different thing. I believe the greatest guitar in the world is the one that makes you feel fantastic and inspires you to be better, inspires you to keep practicing, makes you feel at home on the guitar, makes you feel like you're playing your best. It's one that you love the tone. Like every time you play it, you're like, wow, I can't believe the tone of this wonderful guitar. So, in my case, I know I bought a lot of really cool guitars recently. Last year, I think, if I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guitars. I've bought 6 guitars this year, but and they're all good, and I like them all. This particular guitar has been around for a long time. I did a review on this when I first put it back together, but this is a guitar I got when I was 18. It's the first guitar I ever paid for on my own. I saved up the money when I was working, one of my first jobs. I was, what was I doing at the time? Oh, I was making donuts at Mr. Donut. And that's when I bought this. So, I bought it brand new. It's Japanese, 1987, standard Stratocaster. And it's been through, it's played in a lot of different musical situations, right? This, not all the original stuff on it. It's got some really bad marks. I didn't do this on purpose. Those of you relicators, it wasn't me. Well, it was me, but the thing is that it sat in the laundry room when I lived at a house with my brother, and the laundry sink overflowed and put about like 3 inches of water on the floor, and this was leaning on the floor with in a gig bag. And when I found out about it, I found out that my guitar, the bottom of the gig bag was totally soaked. It had been that way for over a day, for more than 24 hours. And all that water soaked into the wood and pushed this paint up in various places. And so I hadn't been playing the guitar at that time, which is why it sat there and I didn't know. I was into G&Ls. I'm still into G&Ls. Anyway, whenever I decided to pull this thing back together, I just sanded all of that down. It still looks ugly, but it feels much better. Feels good. It's really light. I don't know what these are made out of. Are they alder? Are they basswood? Who knows what Japanese dudes were making them from back then. It has just a 4-bolt neck. The neck is, this is the original neck. It's a rosewood with maple back, and it's got the skunk stripe. Skunk stripe, see it? Yeah. So it feels great. It's definitely more narrow than other Strats that I've played. Any other Strat that I've played. This is almost like Kramer or something. No, it's not that thin, but it's narrower. It's a fast neck. On top of that, I sanded it so that it's very slick feeling. Originally, it came with the Fender tuners, of course. Eventually, this past year, I put these Grover, just regular Grover tuners on, and they work a lot better. I put on these different string trees. They're not roller string trees, but they're rounded, and they work better. This is, I wanted to put a, what is that, a roller nut? But the problem was that the truss rod in this sticks up too high. And you would have had to cut into the metal of the roller nut or put it on this. The guy talked me into using, see, this is like a little plastic piece underneath that serves as a like a little platform for the nut. And the guy talked me into, he said, just get a Graphtec. and put it on, and it's fine. It really works great. This guitar probably should have a fret job at some point, refret, but it's got some ugliness, some very worn frets, maybe a couple high ones. So it's not perfect, but it is perfect. Plays great, feels great. These are Tex-Mex pickups that I put in. Tex-Mex. This is the standard American 2-point tremolo system that I put in. Well, that I paid somebody to put in. And that's it. This is the most comfortable feeling, and as far as Stratocasters go, the best sounding instrument that I have. And just with Tex-Mex pickups too. And I'm not a person who complains about sort of stock Fender pickups. I like them a lot. I like Telecaster pickups, and I like Stratocaster pickups. They're a little bit they're not as powerful as some other pickups without, less output. But I think that they sound really good. I think that that's where the magic is in the fact that, they're a little bit weaker. And so my light back. So that has a specific sound, and it really does sound wonderful. And on a Strat, I typically use the second position as bridge and middle. Everybody does. Not everybody, but you know what? I think Clapton taught us to like this. Or whoever. Steve Gaines and Leonard Skinner, or Ed King. They used that. That sound. Mark Knopfler. Right? They taught us to like that. I don't use the middle pickup too often by itself. In fact, I will venture to say the only time I use that middle pickup by itself is when I accidentally bump it into that position. Not that it's a bad sound. It sounds great. But I much prefer the neck. I use the fourth position all the time. Especially if I put a little drive on it. So we'll use our K-Line Pure Sky and ACRC Oz pedal. Right, and I love the neck pickup. I love it, love it, love it. Especially if I'm playing this kind of stuff, kind of bluesy. I think that sounds fantastic. Nothing has to be special about a Stratocaster, really. It just needs to play good, needs to have good pickups, needs to stay in tune. This particular one, I only have 3 springs in the back, and so it feels a little spongy, which is fine with me. I kind of like it. It feels great. The bridge is floating because I like a floating bridge and not screwed down to the deck. I don't like that. Some people do, and that's fine. Maybe it makes tuning easier. I don't care. I don't have the whammy bar right now, as I sold it on another guitar, so I'll have to get another whammy bar. I've got some funny stickers on here, like an anchor, because I'm anchored down. A bird. This is a parrot. And I got these out of like a pirate thing. So, anchor and a parrot. And I've got a Hot Wheels sticker on it. See, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. And if I find other cool stickers, I'll put those on as well. Because it's mine, and I can. I love it. And we'll do a tune with it. I'll do a blues. Because blues is fantastic. Yeah, this is the guitar that I bought with my own money for the first time, and I opened the case and I thought it was glorious, and every time I opened it I thought it was glorious, and I was in love with it when I was 18 years old. And if you have a guitar like that, you're a lucky human being, and hang on to it for the rest of your life, no matter what happens to it as far as a flood. And it doesn't matter if it's not original. It's just it's a beautiful thing. A guitar is a beautiful thing. All right. Hey, folks. Happy holidays. And enjoy your day.